It's one of those things. It's not a fad diet. It's not you got to do this kind of exercise. You got to take these supplements. This is the way it's a 12-step program to get back on reducing your stress and just feeling so much better.
It's Channel Mom with Jenny Dean Schmidt. We're here for you.
4 out of 5 Americans are affected by cardiovascular disease, cancer, dementia, autoimmune deficiencies, autism, or any other number of disorders. And the core of every disorder, they believe, is stress. Tell a mom who wants to keep her children healthy and doesn't want to wait for the sickness what it is, just the very first thing you want to say to them to help them to calm down and not think, oh my gosh, it's just way too much stress and my kid's just bound to get sick. What would you say to them? What hope would you offer them that they can overcome all the stressors in this world for themselves and their kids?
Absolutely. You know, our children are some of the most resilient things on the planet. And just the fact that you're a mom and you have children and they know that you love them and that you're grateful for them, that's one of the greatest securities that they have. You know, there's a rest for the people of God, and your children need to know that you love them, and just that alone gives them a security. But, you know, our diets today, it's just, you know, I have 4 boys, and my wife is very unimpressed with America's leading stress expert because she lives with him. But she said, you know what, let's be practical. I know you talk about stress, but you know what, we're busy, we have sports all the time. I said, well, let's just do some simple things. Sugar is one of the greatest culprits.
Yeah.
And our diets are just so poor. And just having a home-cooked meal, even if you try it once a week or twice a week or 3 times a week, just that alone is so much better for your kids. And removing some of the sodas. You know, we're not into, hey, eliminate everything. Come as you are, Skittles in your mouth, Twizzlers in your pocket. Let's just get you moving in the right direction. And there's just a few simple things like rest, activity. Get your kids off the TV, off the computers, off their Game Boys, and go out and get active. When you begin to get motion in the spine and you begin to exercise, it literally releases a thing called proprioceptors that stop the stress response and literally cages the tiger of stress. So the best thing you can do, get them out of the house, go have them play on the playground, go have them play outside, go have them play in sports is one of the greatest things that they can do to deal with that great threat, which is stress.
That's good to hear. That if we will just take some very simple steps, we can stop that process of our body continually responding to stress. I think you would probably agree with me. It's one reason our adrenals are overtaxed in this modern era, right? Because we're constantly responding to that stress factor in our society, right?
Absolutely. And the adrenal glands release cortisol, which is the stress hormone. And the thing is, cortisol goes in and grabs glycogen from the liver and muscle and turns it back into blood sugar. So it's like this overaccumulation of blood sugar. It's causing obesity in children and adults. So people say, well, Dr. Pete, I eat clean and I exercise, but I can't lose the weight. It's because their body's in a stress response and the adrenal glands are releasing that cortisol. And then you get adrenal fatigue, and then you get wore out, and then your body's immune system decreases tremendously. And so get out and be active. Drink more water. Get some sleep. Surround yourself with people that care about you and watch what God does with your life.
I know. It's so good. We're going to come back with Dr. Pete, the author of the brand new book, Unhealthy Anonymous, Exposing the Greatest Threat to Your Health and Happiness. And by the way, your kids' health and happiness.